Okay, so I am going to use Firecrawl to scrape liveblocks.io. I'll give you the URL for that website. What we want to do is we want to scrape the homepage as well as the product pages. Um, those pages, they aren't in a specific section of the site, but you can find if you go to the homepage and you go down to the footer, you'll see a ready-made features um, section that has all the features links. So AI copilots, comments, multiplayer editing, notifications, and presence. So you'll be able to find the URLs for those specific pages. The other page that we want to scrape. So to recap, homepage we want to scrape, and then those product pages I just mentioned. Then if you go, I'll also give you the link to the customers page. It's just liveblocks.io/customers. We're going to want to scrape that page. And then on that page, they have they have links to a bunch of different customer testimonials. Some of the links don't actually go to a customer testimonials page. They go offsite to that company's website. We don't want to follow offsite links. So we're going to need to note that in the prompt that we're creating for Cursor to do this. All right, and then I think I already said this, but I'm going to give you the link to the Firecrawl docs. So what I'm going to need you to do is figure out what is the best method or function to use to do this. Let's see what else. This doesn't need to be complicated. We should be able to just do this with a simple Python script. So don't the prompt that we make for Cursor, don't make it overly complicated. Do give it some sort of example so it knows and be explicit about what method it should use, and give it a link to the Firecrawl docs so that it can quickly reference those. All right, let's see how it does with this. That was a decent amount of context. We'll give it the Firecrawl docs, and we'll give it the live block links. And we'll give it an example testimonial. So it should be good. Let's see what it does. Let's make sure it doesn't have extended thinking on. Nope. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see how it does with the prompt. Okay, cool. So it already went to the Firecrawl docs, checked out the Python SDK. Looks like it wants to use the crawl method. That seems right. And let's see. So create a Python script, use the crawl method, scrape live blocks, create the product feature pages, AI copilots. Yep, I think those are what we want. Yep. Scrape the customers page. From the customers page, scrape any customer testimonial pages that are on the live blocks. Yep. Do not follow external links. Cool. Important details. Use the Firecrawl Python. Yeah. Exclude blog and doc sections. Limit 50 max depth. Key parameters explained. Liveblocks.io. Blah blah. Okay, it's doing everything we want. Customer testimonial page. Use limited crawl. Yep. Okay, the known URLs, live blocks. These are all the feature page, and it's going to the customer page. So that it's actually telling it how to implement it now, which I'm fine with. Key benefits of this approach, blah, blah. Okay, I think this is probably good enough. We're just gonna jump in and do it. Okay, it's also gonna need the API key, so I'm gonna go get the Firecrawl API key, a temp one that I'll then delete later. Okay, this is probably gonna take a while. Let's see. Okay, created the scraper. Actually, that's obviously since Claude already did a lot of this. Actually, let's see. Okay, let's create the README. Okay, it's creating a simple test script to verify the setup. That's good. That's actually something that we could have done. We could have had Claude explicitly tell it how to like test this out without trying to scrape everything. That way it gets a better sense for what works and what doesn't, and not burning as many credits. So we could have had it do something like just scrape the home page first, something like that. Oh, you know what I didn't tell it to do? I didn't tell it to. Let's see what the output's going to be. Key benefits. What's the output supposed to be like? What did you tell Cursor to do? Balls. It's going to be individual. Okay. Give me an update, like a prompt to update what we already gave Cursor, so that it combines all the content it gets back from the site into a single markdown file. Okay, cool. It's still testing, so we should be able to fix that before it actually goes and gets all the content. Okay, cool. So looks like it definitely scraped everything we want. AI copilots. Okay, cool. So we have all that. So now that we have that, let's kind of round out what we're doing here. So what we can do is we'll take that markdown file, we'll put it in this project. And then, like I said, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just ask it about, I'm going to have it summarize the positioning and the value props of live blocks, and then see what it gives me. Okay, so I just gave you the live blocks complete scrape markdown file that has the content from live blocks homepage, their product pages, their customers page, and customer stories. What I want you to do is summarize the live blocks positioning what their core value prop is, as well as the value props for the individual features themselves. And then I also want you to give me, how about you give me the core challenges or problems it's solving for its customers based off the customer stories that you have in the markdown file. Don't use any other external sources, just use what you have in your project knowledge. So let's see what it gives me here. And then, like I said, what I would do with this is, and you could get much more, you can go way deeper than this, right? So this is an example, a really quick and dirty one, but I probably would get much more structured in my prompt, so I get a much more structured response, much tighter on like the positioning, the value prop, and a bunch of other stuff that I want. But then I can take that output, and then I can also, what I could do too is I could give the project knowledge that research that I talked about for a specific segment. So again, for instance, if we were looking at, if we were trying to sell to companies that are sales tools, we're trying to sell them lab blocks. We could do in-depth market research on sales tools and how they leverage tools like lab blocks, and get a bunch of good information on that, challenges they face, how they buy, et cetera, and then we could take both these docs, have Claude analyze both of them and figure out the different angles that we could give us a list of angles that we could try. So that's how we would use that. So let's see what it gave us. So let's see what it says for LiveBlocks positioning. LiveBlocks positions itself as the collaboration engine for modern products, providing ready-made collaborative features that help companies drive engagement and unlock new revenue. Sounds good. Core value prop, speed to market, no infrastructure burden, world-class UX. Cool. Individual feature value props, AI co-pilots. Okay, so this is for the individual features themselves. Core customer challenges solved. This is interesting. So these are the these are the challenges that they have shown they solve through their customer stories. So this would be perfect to then pair up with what the market research finds, because we could say like these are the problems that the market research has identified, and then and then we can pair the actual solutions that we have and use in actual social proof with that. So anyways, customer challenges solved, time to market pressure, business growth and revenue, infrastructure complexity, user engagement and experience, data governance, security, team connection and productivity. Cool. All right, so that's it. Obviously, there'd be more to this. Like I said, we'd take that market research for the specific segment that we're targeting, have Claude mash that up and come up with the outbound angle ideas. I would add to that. We'd have the people at LiveBlocks add to that based on their knowledge, and we would prioritize that, and then we could start testing this. So hopefully this showcases how you can take Joe Rue's great idea of how to leverage Firecrawl to scrape your site, and use that for different content that you're trying to create.